to all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah. Hello and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. We pray that you are well, beloveds, in all your ways, and that you are now acclimatizing to your new lives. Special shout out to our Patreon family. We appreciate, love you so much. There's a book we're wanting to share on there. We have already shared, actually. It's The Destruction of Black Civilization. Gosh, you can see the book right there. Definitely highly recommend it to anyone who wants to fully understand how, our civilizations were taken over. And that will help in understanding how we can reconstruct them, beloveds. But remember, we're literally working with a blank canvas. The majority of our youth, are under the age of, the majority of our people are youth, actually. But the majority of our people, our youth, are under the age of 18, actually, beloveds, on the motherland. And the majority of our people are under 38. So this is a beautiful thing. And because of poverty and other limitations, very few of them even have access or even know about the metaverse. The sad thing is that they're still not receiving an education that is worthy of their genius, that is worthy of their melanin minds. But that is something that will be rapidly changed in the seasons and times to come. That's the reconstruction, that's the real work, that's the building, that's the reconstruction work that needs to happen for our people. This is just to awaken the chosen. Us worker bees who are supposed to be out there, the leaders who are supposed to be out there, the commanders, the soldiers, the architects of the new earth, of our new reality, of our golden age that we've entered. But it is so critical at this time, beloveds. A lot of people ask, what is the point of all this? What's the point of our awakening? And what's been the point of all these wars we faced with our nearest and dearest, and us being hated by our families and having to tear ourselves away, and people sending death spells to us? I mean, this stuff, it's crazy. And that's why for people who are not chosen, who have not gone through this, it's like, it seems like someone told me the other day, your life seems like a Marvel movie, for real. And I haven't even shared the half of it, beloved. But why has this all happened, beloveds? Because it is supposed to bring you back to your golden path. If you had been allowed to stay in your narrative around toxic people, if you had not awakened, if you were still asleep, you would have never even known you had a golden path. And that's what your whole life is about. You see, before you come here, as I told you, beloveds, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Many of us who are chosen ones have been here several times, several hundred times, several million times. Like, we've been here a lot. We've come back many, many, many times. And it's reached the point that when we're coming in, when we're incarnating, we're not now just coming to any random mother and random father. Like, the world's become way more complicated than when we started doing this stuff millions of years ago. So we will pick out our parents so that we get certain bloodlines, so that we can access certain gifts, we can come in with certain powers. And then we'll look at the probabilities, because you see, life is a series of probabilities. Should I go left or should I go right? If I go left, a whole new world opens to me. If I go right, a whole different world opens to me. Sometimes they may connect somewhere, or most of the times they'll stay, that one will take me that way and this one will take me this way. And so when we outline a golden path, seeing all the obstacles we'll kind of face in our way and the probabilities, we energetically light that golden path. And that golden path is like our ultimate life. Whether it's to be a baller, to have your private jet, to drive your Bentley, to have your ranch, to be in great health, to have, whatever. I'm just saying material things, to be psychic, to be a medium, to rule, a nation, whatever it is, to be a highest priest, whatever that is, like that's your energetic. And so you like lay this golden path for yourself. And you put all your energy here. So it becomes like a magnet. And then you set certain events that must, certain crossroads, where even if you've gotten so far left or so far right, at this time, at this particular age, regardless of where you are, you will be energetically pulled back to your golden path. And your golden path is your ultimate. It's your highest love, your highest accomplishments, your highest mind, your highest emotional, peace and just bliss. It's your ultimate, because you're supposed to live your dream life. You're not supposed to just dream about it. Babylon tried to make us think that we could never get on this golden path. And for many, our golden path that's what we've been fighting for. That's what they've been blocking us from. And all that golden path is all our healing, all our powers, all our energy, all our security. As long as we're on that golden path, nothing can touch us. So from day one, they've done everything to pull us off that golden path. Babylon wants you off that path, so they immediately put you in an institution. And you can see how similar prison and school is. If you look at this picture, the similarities are crazy, beloveds. So everything is like brainwashing, indoctrination to get you to go on their path. And 99% of the time it works, where people abandon their story, their heritage, their culture, and they totally follow a different story. And you see, what they haven't wanted people to do, and this has been the great war that the chosen ones have faced, is to show people how to get back onto their golden path. To show people how to, and to stay on their golden path. Because that's where all your security, all your love, all your joy, everything is there, beloveds. All your skills, all your talents. That's where you stand in your power. No one can mess with you. But when you're off your golden path, people can trick you. People can manipulate you. People can use you, abuse you, steal from you, even destroy you. Because you're in a timeline where your energy is weaker. You're in a place where you shouldn't be. Most of those paths are not even well lit. So you're like following darkness, beloveds. You're off the way. And you see, the golden path, beloveds, it also connects you energetically to your spiritual team. Because there are guardian angels and everything around you all the time. But those highest level beings, your teachers, your gods and goddesses, if I can say that. For those who will get it, they'll get it. Those highest level beings, for them to even tap into you, you need to be on your golden path. So that they can lend their gifts to you. So you can connect with Buddha, and Buddha can give you his, you can go through that enlightenment and get that gift of enlightenment in a twinkle of an eye. So that you can operate under the Solomon anointing. You know what I mean? Connect with King Solomon and become this hugely wealthy, hugely wise leader. That's, the golden path. That's where everything is, beloveds. That's where everything is. And the most important thing right now is to reconnect to your golden path. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Welcome back, beloveds, to Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. So why are we going through all this madness, this literal hell on earth? Why are we fighting to survive? What is it all about, beloveds? For many of you, you are here to help other people. But think about it, beloveds. We're fighting for the group consciousness. They've taken everyone in the world off their path. Everyone in the world is off their path, beloveds, and is on a Babylon path. Either because we have to earn money to pay our bills, to take our children to school, to do this, to do that, or there's just so many obligations. And then on top of it, we don't even have our own story. We don't even know ourselves like that. And so our role as chosen ones is to create, like, the brain is to reconnect. Well, they say the left and right brain, but it's to reconnect those pathways that they severed, that they cut through their wars, through their destruction, through their stealing, through their rape, beloveds. They took so many of us so way off our path. But you see, if all of us were to find a way to our golden paths, the world would be reset in a twinkle of an eye. Your golden path is literally, it's the path you set up. It's the life you want to live. Right now, you're living the life Babylon wants to live. And it's like a tug of war. Maybe some live their life 40% of the time, 30%. Majority, it's 10% or even less. Maybe on the weekends is when they'll do something. But their whole life is geared towards Babylon. But your golden path, beloved, that's where your wealth and abundance and all of that is. And so we are the way showers in terms of, we are the chosen ones in terms of we're the ones who must return to our golden paths. And in returning to our golden paths, we change. It's like a ripple effect, beloveds. We change so much through other people seeing us miraculously get on our golden path. They start to. And I think the most important lesson for you to learn is you have a golden path. There's an ultimate plan for your life that you are not too late to join. You may have been too distracted to even know about. But there is a special opportunity in this season, beloveds, where you can get back on your golden path just like that. And many have kept you through spells, through magic, through their negative thoughts towards you, through jealousy, through envy, off your golden path, so that they could still kill and destroy your dreams. That's your dream. Your dream is your golden path, and it is your right. It is your inheritance. And many of us chosen ones have said, I don't want to say by hook or by crook, but by any means necessary, I must get on my golden path. I must. I am willing to drop any and everyone that I need to drop. I am willing to let go of habits that limit me. I am willing to leave work situations, whatever it takes. Like, it's a spiritual decision. And that's why so many chosen ones, you'll just feel that, so many things don't last in your life. You're always, it's always a struggle. It's because spiritually, sometimes you're veering too far away from your golden path. But we have set, and I said this before, I didn't finish the thought about crossroads, where we have set markers in the road where at 21, regardless of where Mumbi will be, she must get back onto some semblance of her golden path. Because it's almost like, for me, it's been every 7 years I get the wake-up call. And it became more and more and more uncomfortable. And the enemies of my soul became more and more crazy and insane and intense in their pursuit of me, beloveds. But your golden path is where you find your peace. Because there's too much confusion anywhere else. It's where you find your fortress, your security, your joy in times of great sorrow. Your golden path is your everything, beloveds. It is so critical and necessary that you find it at such a time as this. And how do you know when you're on your golden path? You see, us chosen ones, we have no choice. So that's why your life has been a struggle, because you've been off your path. But one thing I found is, remember when I said your service is your security? and also your prosperity. Once I started with doing what I was supposed to be doing here. And that has kind of led me onto my golden path. And what I have found in my golden path is like right now I've just come out of the clearing stage. Like so much had to leave to make room for my what I really want in my life. And because of emotional entanglements, I couldn't make those decisions for myself. But now that I'm on my golden path and I've given all, authority to my guardian angels, to my spiritual team to come in and help me and sort out the things that in my limited physical, emotional self I can't do, they've started to clean things up. So there's been a massive cleaning and clearing of my life, a massive exposure of what people has done. And that has taken so long because that emotion, it's been painful to recognize your nearest and dearest wanted to take you out, have tried to poison you. They've been blank clearing your memory after many kind of assaults. They emotionally, just. And I'm actually going to start speaking my truth on my main channel because I've realized in sharing our stories is when people are like, yo, I went through the same thing. There's been so much exposure, but now it's like I'm in a strengthening phase, but I'm having so much fun. I'm living in my ultimate dream house with a schedule that is lovely and beautiful. I'm just in a really good place of bliss, beloveds. But there's a lot of towers happening around me. There's a lot of still a lot of negative people and me having to take responsibility for why that has happened to me. But I'm on my golden path. And what I'm realizing is, money becomes something you don't even think about. There's so many thoughts that no longer occupy you. You're no longer in survival mode. And it's not just about money. It's about many things that you had a longing for. And that longing is no longer there because you can even see with your own eyes that it's coming. And there's so many things now because you see, we're wrapping up that previous book. And so for me, there's the healing process has taken so long. And you almost want to rush it. But it's so important to get rid of all that and leave all that emotional and mental junk where it needs to be in the past so that you can fully enjoy the wonders of what's coming next. It's going to literally be like heaven on earth. Like it's going to be so magical. It already is. I'm already getting a taste of it. But there's so many lessons that I'm also incorporating. My friends are around, beloveds. Tuko pamoja.